Whoa, welcome everyone. Hit the fireworks. Hello, welcome to the Rumblecast. Here we are again. Second, is it the first Rumblecast of the new year? Yeah, it's the first.
Yes.
We sort of hit.
Yes.
We hit between Christmas and New Year last time.
We did right in the perineum of Christmas Day.
We tickled
right
that area.
Tickle the 2025 gooch. Stinky gooch, if you ask me. It wasn't great yet. We emerged. Do you go out the rear end or do you come out the front?
Yeah, the festive taint, as Kixie Wixie says.
Yeah, festive taint.
That's us.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I hope we made the festive taint acceptable for everybody.
Yeah. So we're here with technically another Christmas show, but there is not really any on-screen Christmas, but it seems that this possibly may have been recorded around Christmas. I don't know if I believe them that it was actually on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day. No, I read that and I thought that is so deeply unfair on the wrestlers. However, I can actually imagine them in the 80s doing that to them. Going, yeah.
I mean, we don't do that over here, but it's a little bit like going to the pantomime on Christmas Eve, where it's like, you know, you get everyone in the family fun spirit, but how would you fit your Christmas dinner in and go to this seemingly 2 to 3 hour wrestling show? Like with all of because we obviously got the cut down version, but if this is like near 2 hours sort of edited together, then you would probably be sat there for a long time.
Well, thinking about it though, it may explain. So beneath me, you might be able to see that picture of the yawning woman.
Yeah.
Maybe she was so full of carbs and potatoes from her Christmas dinner that's why she was yawning, because she's digested. So this could have been the evening of Christmas Day. And
you'll notice Betty Boop t-shirt. That's public domain now, so you can't get me. Betty Boop's lawyers. Can put that image wherever I want. So this is WCCW Star Wars, not to be confused with the movie.
How they didn't get sued for using the word Star Wars or the phrase Star Wars. I don't know if Lucasfilm just didn't give a shit at this point, or
I mean, George himself didn't give a shit. He was like, as long as I get my action figure money, I don't care. I mean,
come back in 20 years' time and CGI the shit out of it.
I mean, remember, like, Star Wars, it wasn't even, like, it hadn't really blown up. Like, you know, it wasn't the mega thing it is now. Like, it was still sort of, like, untested. Like, oh, is this gonna work? But yeah, I don't think any lawyers had any eyes on WCCW.
I don't want the money at that time.
So this is world. I was just gonna say this is world class championship wrestling, not to be confused with World Championship Wrestling or anything else that also has WCWs in it. Because there's a few of them.
WCW did not exist at this point.
Yeah.
They
ripped this off.
They were Mid-South or something at the time, or something else. Mm-hmm. And then WCW only came around, I think, when somebody bought out Jim Crockett's promotion and then they rebranded it and then it became WCW. I'm guessing that was probably about 1989, 1990. So at this time, there would have been no confusion.
No, yeah.
But now in the year of our Lord 2026... there's all these bloody CWs, so there's too many CWs in wrestling.
Just championship wrestling just goes together so well, so I get it.
Yeah.
So yes, this is their sort of end of year event. Lots of fun, lots of guys. You get plenty of matches if you're buying tickets to this. And Sloop had found a YouTube version that had very faithfully tried to recreate the entire night. Using footage from different broadcasts, we think. And then some people had edited in the licensed music, because I'm guessing there was probably versions where they cut all the entrance songs out, and then this person stuck them back in because the audio went really loud for the entrance music, and the picture was bad. So I think it was like, you know, TV copy sort of thing. So very, very impressed though. I loved it. I love when people do that.
It's better than when you get the on the old WWE network where you used to have to overdub terrible like library music over the top of old 80s stuff because they obviously didn't have the license to use it anymore.
But it's crap though, because they do it for like even stuff that we were alive for, when it's like, oh yeah, here comes Undertaker on his bike.
This is rolling.
You done it now. It's such a bad song for him. I mean, it's funny. It's funny because it's so bad, but yeah,
he's not a comedy character, Jake. It's not meant to be funny.
Always kicking assholes' asses.
Awful. Awful.
But you know, I really enjoyed this show. I thought it had really good energy. Starts off strong as well. With the announcer with the most beautiful sharp bowl cut I've ever seen. That was just done before the show. You could tell he was.
Yeah, the fact that you sent me a picture when you were clearly watching it, going, "God, this guy's got a sharp bowl cut. He's had this specially done," and I was like, "Oh."
It cut through the standard definition. That was HD bowl right there.
I did do a little bit of looking into what these Star Wars stuff was actually about.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like I said before we came on, I knew of WCCW and I knew that they were Texas and I knew the Von Erichs and all that sort of stuff. But I've never actually sat down and watched a full show, so I didn't really know what their ilk was. Are they a weekly? Are they a monthly? Whatever.
Yeah.
And it turns out these Star Wars stuff, so they never used to be themed. Until a little bit later on, but they're basically super cards, so they get all the big users, the big stars of their territory, and all on the card, and that's why there's loads of wrestlers on here that I know him, he went somewhere else, yada yada, and then the began making them like holiday specials. So they had a Christmas one, they had a Thanksgiving one, they had Independence Day one and a Labor Day one. So and I think that carried on for like till about the latest 86, 87, I think.
Yeah, I think that's fun though, because it gets people out that wouldn't normally go to like the events, because you're like, it's Easter, it's Christmas, like let's go to the rest of the show. But no, I could definitely tell it was a bit of a supercard atmosphere, because like you said, there was like tons of guys and like everyone was out there with the managers and stuff. There was no like half measures on anyone.
Everyone got a chance to sort of get their shit in. And
yeah, it seemed like it. So it was a really good showcase for us just watching fresh to be like, so this is exactly what they do.
And also the intro music is wonderful.
So and there was some people in the comments being like, I love this intro music. So this definitely must have been on VHS for people to watch. But our opening sort of thingamajig is a guy comes out to sing God Bless America, which
God Bless America
isn't really a song I've ever heard, but you know, we live in the northeast of England, we barely even acknowledge our national anthem. Like, let's face it.
True. We only know one verse. I don't fucking know as a second verse. Is it God Save the Queen? Or God Save the King, or whatever the fuck.
They're talking about slavery now. So like it was fun though, because how often do you get a guy singing at a wrestling event? Because normally they're like, it's the woman in the sequin dress comes out, you know, like
slightly pushed up so the lads can go wee and the women
Spotlight.
can go, she's got a yeah, and the guy could belt out a tune. There was a couple of little off notes, but generally he's had a cracking set of pipes, and
it was probably just there might have been on notes, we just don't know the song, you know.
No. They were definitely off. I cringed a couple of times. But yeah, I'd never heard this song in its entirety. I didn't know all the words to it. I was expecting Star Spangled Banner?
Yeah, the Amber Waves of Grey or something. Yeah, Grey and all that.
What's which one is Star Spangled Banner, the actual anthem, or is that just a side anthem? What?
I think. Right, I'm just going off the top of my head. I feel like Star Spangled Banner's like the modern hip version that like the rewrote to be like more cool. But don't quote me on that.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to look this up because it's pissing us off.
That's just
it is the Star Spangled Banner is the national anthem.
Okay.
Yes. Knowledge.
But we all know Canada's is better.
Oh, Canada.
I've
heard that so many times watching TNA from 2005 and 6. Canada are the heel team and they're in every fucking pay-per-view. And that fucking tune comes on.
Floridians have the gall to be mad at Canada. So, our opening contest is a big old big old messy tag team match with plenty of big guys. So this is the Grappler and the Great Kabuki with Percival Pringle the Third.
Oh yeah, before those days.
Yeah, which people might know as Paul Bearer. He is clearly a very good at being this kind of evil manager. Because even though this guy isn't like, you know, anything to do with like undead or spooky, completely opposite color palette, like, you know, blonde hair, no sunken eyes, still stash. Actually, did Paul Bear had rocked a stash, didn't he?
Yeah, he's like so Percy Pringle is like the custard cream, Paul Bear is a bourbon.
Ooh, that's really good. Yeah, like that's just perfect.
There's a metaphor you can run with.
It's like yeah, that must have been fun for like fans who'd seen it. They're like, oh, it's like he's gone dark, like literally, like it's just like a shadow version.
Oh, Lord, it freaked us out though, because obviously he's not naturally peroxide. Nobody's that naturally peroxide.
No,
but did he have eyebrows?
I think so, but like I think they'd like blonded his eyebrows so much that it was like. Yeah, but he was playing like an old Southern dandy type of character, wasn't he? Because he had like a cane and like a sort of tweed suit, I think. Again, we're dealing with standard def here. But no, it was a proper like he didn't really talk that much. He still had the same kind of voice, but it was like you could hear him shouting.
There was no like none of that. You could just he's hooting from the sidelines and hooting at the commentators and hooting at the come on, get him, like over and over.
Like, oh, he's got it. There's a lot of talk about hair pulling, because this is very much in the kind of wrestling where pulling hair and closed fists are not allowed.
Yep, and you can't chuck your opponent over the top rope, otherwise it's a DQ.
Yeah, that surprised me, but I have heard of that rule before. So once I heard the bell, I was like, oh, are we dealing with no over the top bumps?
I was listening to something not that long ago where they were talking about this not over the top rope thing, and apparently it was more common than it wasn't. But then at some point it kind of flipped and became, I don't know if it was like the late 80s where it started becoming more of an acceptable sort of thing where it didn't get DQ, but there was obviously still some smaller territories where it would. But then by the 90s, I mean, apart from when Bill Watts decided to try and reintroduce it in like 1992, and everyone was like, oh, it kind of disappeared by that point.
I mean,
so I don't know what changed, it just did.
Yeah, I suppose probably because like, would it have counted if you jumped to the outside? Because like a lot of people started doing big jumps, didn't there, in like the 90s?
So
maybe it was like a side effect of like, we can't really stop the luchadors from flying over the top rope.
That's true. We can't make the luchadors do headlocks all the time. God,
I didn't look into the Great Kabuki, but he seemed pretty cool apart from his pants were a little cheap looking. But he came in with like nunchucks and like a cool mask and stuff like that. And what did they call him? A devilish man who learned martial arts in the Orient. I was like, okay.
Yes, that's it. There's the first mention of the Orient. So I had written that I thought Kabuki looked class.
He did, yeah.
He had, obviously, bear in mind, this is before we were born. Mm-hmm. So when I saw him with the nunchuck stuff and the black dress pants, it immediately came to my mind, Steve Blackman.
Yeah, that definitely, I know what you mean.
That sort of like martial art vibe to him. But I did read a little bit about Kabuki because I was like, I know I've heard him about him for some reason. He's the first guy who did the Asian Mist.
I saw him spit a bit of a mist, and I was like, "Oh, is he gonna? Is he?" But he might just been doing a big gloop when he was like in a headlock. But so he was like teamed with the Grappler, who was like a luchador. But I really liked him. I don't know what it was about him. He was kind of basic. You can see him down there with the Betty Boop lady. That's him doing in the corner. Like, again, kind of basic. He just had black pants with Grappler wrote on them. And I was like, well, he's got his gimmick. He knows what he's doing. He did, in fact, grapple. Also, though, they teased early on that he has a loaded shoe, and I was like, what does that even mean? But I was so interested.
Did it even make an appearance in the match? I can't remember.
We'll get to it later. But and he's also from Parts Unknown, which I'm also a fan of. So this guy just ticks a lot of boxes for me. Big meaty luchador.
I totally agree with you. I really enjoyed this match way more than I thought I was going to enjoy it. And I think it's a couple of things. One, they give it some time. I was really surprised how long this match actually was, especially for... I know this technically wasn't with all transparency, looking at the actual match listing for this show, there was a match on before this, which looked like two new people or undercarders or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even have wiki pages, so I'm assuming they were just local lads who just chucked them on.
Yeah.
And clearly it might have been shite, no one give a fuck, otherwise they would have recorded it and tried to stitch it on. So I don't know if I've missed much. So this was technically the second match. But, yeah, it was still great. It gave them plenty of time. And the crowd were well into it. They were, hot for the baby faces. They booed the heels. And it was just a really good... You're right, it was basic. There was nothing spectacular in this match, but I couldn't stop watching it. I don't know what they were doing that made it so into it, and maybe it was just I could follow it. It wasn't too complicated. I was struggling to understand the story they were telling, and what they were doing. There was a lot of headlocks in this, but again, I don't think that wasn't a complaint. It was just part of what they were doing.
Yeah, the headlock and the sleeper were still respected at this point. So it was like, oh, you don't want to get put in a sleeper hole. Because I'm pretty sure Brian Adias, I think he was trying to sleeper hold some guys. So this was the good guy team. Brian Adias and Iceman King Parsons, I believe. He had I was going to say interesting hair on that guy. He pretty much just had strips here and nothing else.
Yeah, it was Road Warrior. Which one? Road Warrior had the strips there.
But if he could pull off a nice braid. So I think maybe that was it. It's one of those rare tag team matches where you get four really different looking guys, but they all sort of work. Because I'm the evil guys, they had their stuff down. They were pulling hair. There was a lot of mullet pulling in this one. poor Adias. And he
was getting writhed around by his hair.
And I did some googling on the Grappler, and he seems like a decent bloke as well. He was apparently credited as the first man who took the Jake Roberts DDT.
Oh yes, I read that as well. It was an accent or something, wasn't it?
That's apparently the story, that he sort of tripped and in a front face lock and fell into a DDT. That's a great legacy if it is true. Yeah.
I did, and the other thing actually, just reading some of my notes, there was the one thing I really liked about the Grappler as well is that he did all the heel stuff, like you said, pulling hair and that. But there was also some quite heelish tactics, but quite subtle for 1985, where he had, I think it was Brian Adias down, and the ref couldn't see it, but he was just pulling on his tights to try and keep him. But it wasn't that obvious sort of give him a wedgie sort of thing. It was a really subtle sort of I'm just gonna hold it tight, almost Regal-esque sort of
it's not it's against the rules technically, but it's oh, you can't stop me sort of thing.
You can't see it, ref. I'll just keep doing it.
There was some great heel antics though, because Percival Pringle's not afraid to jump up on the apron and distract the referee, literally.
So good. Just when he would just turn the crowd and just go, shut the hell up.
Yeah, exactly. And look at them with his big eye. And all that was separating the crowd from the ring was a little rope, a little white rope.
This tiny bit of string, because I didn't know what it was at first. I think it was the Rick Rude match when I first noticed it.
Because they were lifting it up for them to go underneath.
Kind of safety is that, just a bit of string. People respected it though.
Get the string away from them.
Nobody tried to run into the ring. So the string was a respected tool.
Working into like a death match, like give them a string burn.
Chinese burn me with that string, brother.
So like it kind of did end up like a bit schmozzy at the end. Like there was a lot of guys like I mean, like you said, they gave them time, everyone got the stuff in. Like Kabuki was doing like, you know, his kicks and everything, possibly teasing a mist, I'm not sure. There was like a bit of a crap line from the commentator though, where he was like, "Oh, he's grapped up with the grappler," and I'm like, "That's not a phrase."
What do you mean grapped up, sir? I would have interrogated it.
You would have been like the Jerry Lawler, like.
What do you mean, JR? There was a really good bit of chopping going on between Iceman and the Grappler as well. That there was some really good. The Grappler was a good chop.
Yeah, I'd maybe say Iceman probably got the least in. He was doing like little hopping headbutts, which were quite interesting, quite unique, kind of like axe handle smashes, but for headbutts. But yeah, so like Adias kind of steals one because, like, you know, like Percy Pringle's all, like getting involved, distracting people. He gets a quick roll up. It's like, oh, actually, that's it. He's loading up his shoe for the other guy, for Iceman. Like he's got him like held in the corner and he's like kicking the ground with his toes. So are we to assume it's something in his heel that is like being dropped down when he like kicks the floor?
Like a ballerina has a wooden block at the front.
Yeah,
he's just slipping. He's had it under the arch of his foot all match and he's just sliding it. That's very ornate.
It's something like that. But is this where
I don't get, though,
yeah, sorry,
he's a masked wrestler. Why did you just load his mask instead of a shoe?
Well, that's the assassin's gimmick, isn't it? Whoever that other guy was.
What are you gonna do? Where's the assassin? He ain't here. He's not gonna come and assassinate the grappler or grab the grappler, whatever the fuck the commentator wants.
That should be his podcast, Grapping with the Grappler.
Yeah, if you're out there, I think it's Lynn Denton he's called. Get yourself a Grap with the Grappler podcast, please, unless it really exists. You need to go and find it.
Yeah, but
I did notice on this match, just one more thing about the audience. We've obviously pointed out the little lady at the bottom having a good yawn. The men in this audience were either cowboys or looked like Dale Gribble from King of the Hill.
Yeah, like,
there was no in between. Either that or that.
I definitely saw a Dale Gribble. Like that guy's name could very well be Scooter or something like that.
It'll be a Chet or something like that.
Will that call my name?
What's going on here? Where's my beer? But yeah, there was no other like type of man in the audience.
It was so good. So what happened with the loaded shoe was like he got rolled up while he was setting it up, but then afterwards they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna kill Adias," like, you know, after the match beat up thing. And then he kicked him in the stomach with it, and then that was how we got the shoe. And Adias was like, "Oh, loaded shoe. How much more can a kick hurt?" Like, if someone runs and kicks you in the stomach, like, I don't know how much an extra weight will help. Make it worse. But I am enjoying that can go on our loaded item Hall of Fame.
Loaded shoe. So what have we actually seen? We've seen a loaded mask in Halloween Havoc 93.
Am I gonna have to do a
the assassin had it on in his mask?
I might have to do a thing like a control F
spreadsheet.
Control F on loaded. Apparently he had a tennis racket that was loaded.
The Jim Cornette racket?
Yeah, that would have been his fault.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I typed gimmick for one of them. There was that guy who had like a roll of pennies where he was like bopping him with it. Like that. I think that was on Heroes of Wrestling.
Oh God, that show! Don't bring that back up. My God, the grimmest thing I've ever seen in my life. That.
Yeah, I can do more research if we want to do the loaded item Hall of Fame one day.
Yes, so where would the Grappler shoe be? I think the assassin's loaded mask is top because the sheer effort it took him to actually put it into his mask because he was so fat. He barely got it into his head.
Yeah, he was bulging out of that thing, wasn't he?
His neck fat was like nearly strangling him.
Yeah, I guess this doesn't rate that high for me because the setup's fun. I like the stomping, like, you know, like like he's literally loading it up. But I don't think it was very visually effective.
It would have been better if it was like if it was like that woman out from Russia with Love with the knife in her shoe. And she'd click her shoes together and a knife would pop out. Obviously, we don't want people to knife wrestlers.
No. But Abdullah could have had like a fork shoe back in the day.
I'm not being funny. As much as I love Abdullah the Butcher and I like Abdullah the Butcher, watch his matches, he can't kick high to get anyone with a fork shoe. You might be able to get them in the ankle or chin or something and cut that tendon away from them.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll keep on researching. It's a weird phenomenon. It doesn't show up in any other media, just wrestling.
Loaded costumes. They should bring them in the pantomimes that might actually make us go back to them again. Like Widow Twangy with a loaded bra.
The baddie
like
doesn't run in. Actually, no, it would have to be the Dame, wouldn't it? Like, let's.
Oh, it's got to be the Dame. Yeah. Who is the other Dames apart from Widow Twangy? Does anybody remember any other Dames?
I mean, I go to them pantomime pretty much every year, but I don't know anyone's name. Apart from that,
you're there for the storytelling.
Yeah, I am. I want to be in Bubbles' gang, whatever. Okay, this next one, we went to the Japanese commentary, I think, because it was the Masked Demon versus Fujinami Tatsumi. I think.
Yes.
I think that's.
I never thought I don't think I've ever seen a Fujinami match.
No. He was quite fun though. Like, it was very like this one was quite a hard hitting one that just went at each other immediately. I don't know who the Masked Demon was though. I know he was American.
Now I looked him up.
I couldn't find anything.
He was a man called Bob Sweeten.
Okay.
And reading his Wikipedia, he sounds like an horrendous human being.
Oh, wow.
Really, I actually wrote, according to his Wikipedia, he's a massive piece of shit. He was known as a locker room bully.
Right, okay.
He was also known as being very lazy in the ring, and I think a few wrestlers kind of said like he was horrible to work with. He was just a difficult human being. There was something on about I think he'd been done for assault.
Oh yeah.
Not of the grim kind, the super grim kind, and there was something to do with his daughter as well. That was a little bit. So basically, he was not a nice person. Nobody liked him.
A literal demon. That's interesting.
Just a bit of a horrible man. And his ex-wife basically said he's a waste of skin as far as I'm concerned. He was full of drugs, and then just abused his kids. So yeah.
It's amazing that a guy like that can pull together a decent wrestling match with some stud from Japan, apparently. So yeah, I did like their intensity, but this was a very quick one, so I don't know if this was like a quick sort of exhibition thing, like let's just knock this recording out.
Possibly it might have just been a way to get Fujinami on the bill, maybe, to attract people interested in the Japanese sort of style. There was a couple of little things in this that I quite like the fact there was no handshake. I kind of added to that sort of like, I don't respect you, you don't respect me sort of thing.
He's a demon.
Yeah, and I did like the fact that the sort of the mask that he wore, it seemed pretty low effort, and I couldn't work out if he had a mustache or if he's just had a weird mouth on his mask.
Actually, I forgot as well, because this was the part where there was like Japanese announcing over the English sort of some audio. Not, they didn't have like commentary doubling over, but the announcers they were talking over the announcers that the Masked Demon was billed as the man in gold, and he had like a gold sequined cape and then a silver sequined mask on over his regular sort of red and white or red and black like lucha mask.
Red.
I feel like it was red and white, but so it was like he had this weird sequined over thing going on, and I'm just like, what? Like sequined balaclava.
His man might have made it for him, a bit like Kane when he was a Christmas creature.
A lady definitely made that backstage for him. Absolutely, you can tell the sequining was too good. But I just thought it was an odd sort of version, because usually when you think of wrestlers, you're like, oh well, like sparkly sort of capes and stuff, but you don't think like sequins, like.
No, maybe he was a disco wrestler in a previous life. I don't know.
Disco ball head, yeah, he was kind of.
Yeah, Proto Fandango.
But yeah, when they disrobed, it was very much like a lot more pared down, and I think this Tatsumi guy just had like black pants on, the classic wrestler style Japanese one.
I mean, the not Fujinami, the guy, Bob What's His Chops, had a proper dad bod, hence I think he had the little leather on and the whole outfit with the t-shirt and the beard to hide the dad bod. But yeah, this was an odd match. It just kind of felt I don't know, it was still a decent short little match. It wasn't a squash or anything.
No, that was the thing, but it's telling that we can't remember too much in between.
Yeah, felt like a bit of a time filler, I think.
Yeah, but like I did like the big meaty backdrop he hit to win, which I feel like is odd, like for today's standards, like just to hit a regular old backdrop, but it was a good one and it was on a big man, so I was happy with it.
If we were doing this in 1985, we would have said that was king shit.
Yeah. So
I'm fine with that being a finish instead of it being the 14th fallen angel that they've done in the match.
Yeah.
From the top of a cage or some nonsense like that.
He kicked out at 2.
He kicked out at 2.9. Oh, yeah, it was a bit of a funny one. I did enjoy the shift to the Japanese commentary though.
Yeah, it was interesting. And if you get Japanese commentary on, then you can definitely tell how to pronounce the name right, because you never know what like Texans are gonna make of. Although like Tatsumi Fujinami is not too bad. So next we had the hometown hero Lance Von Erich versus Ravishing Rick Rude, again with Percy Pringle.
More Percy content. And Rick Rude, who I absolutely adore on every conceivable level because he's just brilliant.
Yes. So this was actually my very first proper Von Erichs anything, other than hearing a lot about them. But I don't think I've actually, outside of like documentaries, I don't think I've seen anything like full involved in them, because I don't think they really crossed over with any of the other promotions, like not the big ones.
I'm going to ruin something for you first.
Yeah.
If that's all right. So this Von Erich is a fake Von Erich.
Really? Lance is fake?
So Lance is fake. So the original Von Erichs were Kerry, David, Kevin, and Chris.
Yeah.
Did I say Mike? I can't remember. Were. So Kerry and Kevin were obviously the two massive stars.
Yeah.
David and Chris. No, David and Mike. There was a Chris as well. There were 5 of them. David and Mike were then David and Chris, like the next 2 down.
Yeah.
So I think it was David who ended up having a massive medical issue in Japan, and then he died or something.
Yeah.
So he ended up not being able to wrestle. And then Lance is actually a replacement for one of the other brothers who was also wrestling, but also had injured himself doing something. I don't know if he had a crash or something like that.
Yeah.
He got brain damage. He'd come back the following year, but he wasn't wrestling at this point. And Lance was brought in to replace him. So Lance is actually not a Von Erich. He's kayfabe, one of the brothers.
Okay.
But in real life, he's not. So you're not technically watching one of the actual Von Erich brothers, but you are watching a kayfabe Von Erich.
I'm shook.
So there you go. I thought I'd ruin that for you. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. No, it's interesting.
A lot of confusion.
I'm fine with a kayfabe brother.
Yeah, it's better than no brother at all. It's better than no brother at all. It was Mike, sorry. Yeah, it was Mike who was unable, so he replaced Mike.
Right.
Von Erich.
And I did hear they were talking about some injury, which I think I looked into. There was like a long-standing ankle injury, but then were not very many years from the bad times for the Von Erichs happening. So this is very much like flying close to the sun period, because all the crowd are like well into anyone with a Von Erich name attached to them, whether they're legit or not. So like this was the first match where there was people surrounding the ring for autographs? Maybe not the first, but I think this went on longer. Like,
well, there were, at the very beginning, there was loads of people swarming, loads of kids swarming the ring for Iceman.
Yeah.
So this made me write something down. Actually, you get a lot of people now saying, you know, wrestling shouldn't be for kids and all this sort of stuff. And yeah, people, I want it to be more adulty and all that sort of thing. I'm not being funny, but like if you look at it in the 80s, shitloads of kids went in the 80s. Shitloads of kids in the early 90s. Even shitloads of kids went when we were watching it, and it was.
I was going to say like.
For
yeah, I mean, most of us started watching as kids, even if it was a little more adult. Like it was still very kid focused.
Yeah, so people out there who piss him on that wrestling's too childish or it's too kid friendly or whatever, fuck off. It's that's how you get people interested, and that's how you get them in.
Yeah,
and then once you're in, you can then go and focus. So you know, you don't have to like I don't really like watching Cody Rhodes matches that much.
Yeah.
Particularly, it doesn't do much for me. That's fine. You can all entertain all the kids in that. I'll go and watch something else instead. That's not.
Yeah, like our friends in the Discord, Chris and Molly, were literally just talking about earlier where their son has found at like Play Club or whatever a Cody Rhodes Stardust doll, and he's like, I love Stardust. It's like you don't know what's gonna hit with the kids. Like, you know, that's why they should cast a wide net on like characters and like, you know, different types of gimmicks and stuff, because you never know what's gonna be like some kid's favorite. And then
Absolutely.
But no, I loved how they were letting people like rush the ring to get autographs for a little bit, like just after the entrances and sort of like. But it was funny watching the wrestlers decide like who they were going to give one to, and they were just like, you get one. Sorry, can't do any more.
Let's be honest, the string wasn't going to stop anybody, was it? Don't touch the string. Don't touch it.
They had to lift it up for everyone. Rick Rude didn't get to go on the mic though, which was a little bit disappointing. He was kind of just standing there.
I think at this point Percy Pringle was very much his talker.
Yeah.
I don't think obviously he was still a physique and he was still a great wrestler, but I don't think they'd give him the mic time yet.
Right.
When you think about it, Rick Rude, he was never amazing. He had a couple of lines you would say, and that would be his thing.
But I think I think those lines would have went down great here though. Like, you know, that kind of
extra sweat hogs or something like that.
Yeah, and trying to steal everyone's wives.
I mean, if I was a wife there, and my husband looked like Bill Gribble, and then Rick Rude's in there.
I mean, there was a couple of ladies who looked like they were on dates with other ladies, possibly in that audience, which I think is very progressive for Texas.
One thing I will want to point out: this is the first age point I want to make.
Okay,
Rick Rude is only 27 years old here.
With a perm and a stash like that.
He looks like a 40-year-old porn star. That's what he looks like at this point. He's 27 years old. I
was going to say, the body on him was insane on this night. Like he made Lance look kind of pudgy by comparison. I'm like, that's not true at all. But it's just standing next to Rick Rude. It's like
just chiseled, unbelievably chiseled. And you look at him like he's really strong, but it's like proper lean strength, but not like sinewy. I don't know. He just it's a mad like physique, and his pants were disappointing, but he hasn't got the spray paint pants gimmick in like yet. But he looked nice in, like, you know, nice white pant. With a little, I think he had a set of lips on his bum.
Yeah, so Mr. Ass just ripped that right off, did he? Yeah. So yeah, this was also one of my first experiences of like, the Von Erichs wear no shoes, eh? That's their gimmick, is it?
Yeah, I had them down as proto Matt Riddles.
Ew.
I think that's where Matt Riddles stole it from, basically.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I did write down it went from loaded shoe to no shoe wrestling.
Storytelling, man.
But
I really enjoyed this match as well.
Did you? Because I thought the wrestling was kind of bad. Like I think Pringle saved it, but I wasn't that impressed with what Lance had. He was kind of just all arm drags, and I think
That's fair.
I'm not saying it put Rick Rude off his game, but I think Rude didn't have much to work with other than like, oh, my arm.
I think for me, it was. You're right. The wrestling it wasn't like, crisp or you know technical or whatever. I just feel like the match is a package. With Pringle involved, with the heat, with the shenanigans and all that sort of stuff. I enjoyed that as a package. If you asked me, is this a good technical wrestling?
Yes.
Absolutely not. And I think you can tell Lance has not. I don't think he's been here that long at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's that like sort of good in the ring.
Definitely very green. And obviously, Rick Rude, you think he's only 27, so he's probably not that far in. I mean, I don't know. He's probably been wrestling a couple of years, but he's still. Not long established.
And like the crowd is massively hot for Lance. Like it's like it's almost like when you see that old like footage of the Beatles and there's so much screaming going on. Like you can barely hear barely hear the actual show. So
Lance did do one thing for Lance to give him his dues. He did a really good. I think Rick Rude had him in a wrist lock or a hammerlock or something, and he got himself to the rope and did a nice flip to get out of it. Like.
Oh yeah,
that was like, oh, that was cool. Actually, I'm back and I've never seen that before. That looked good.
He also hit the atomic drop on Rude, but Rude wasn't up for selling it apparently.
Oh no, I won't do it. And I was like, oh, you didn't do the classic Rude sell. But then you think, this is 1985. He's not Rick Rude of 1988.
He probably just did that once at a house show to get a laugh, and then was like, actually, the crowd also enjoyed that. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Then eventually probably got the point where his back was that sore that it didn't actually hurt that much. But what I did like about this as well, and this is a probably very stupid and silly thing, but it looked like wrist locks actually hurt in this match.
He was like he was like doing the whole like double twist thing, and it was like, ooh. He was selling it well.
It's you see them do the wrist lock, and you just think they're just holding them. But when I was watching these two wrist lock each other, they were really like turning the limb round, and it looked like it was really. That's
something you don't see anymore, is it? Where they do like the sort of like the wrist over thing, and then they'll like do it again, and you're supposed to think like, oh no, he's twisting it another full rotation.
Pop it off. And also they had a double clothesline spot in this match. I'm a massive lover of double clotheslines where they knock each other down. I love that. I don't know why. It just I pop every time I see it.
I think maybe the last show we did, they managed to pull off the double crossbody or something. I remember being impressed by that as well, because that's hard to pull off, that one.
You've got to time it perfectly and not like flailing the other person's
and try not hit your heads together. That's the hard part.
You don't want to be nutting in the middle of the ring.
I can't remember what the finish was for this. As in, it was a DQ finish. Sorry, yes, I do remember.
Because Percy Pringle hit him with the cane, hit the other guy with the cane, Lance with his cane from behind in the corner, and the ref spot. He was like, I'm not happy. I did like the ref bump though, where he just got a boop in the eye.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. They're like, oh, he caught a shot to the eye there, and then that let them do some like cheating. Like I think this was Percy's most active match, I think, because he was like all over the place. I could barely keep track of him because he was like wandering around so much, and like you said, keep shouting at the audience like in between stuff.
I did also like every time Rick Rude was getting pinned, he would go, Rick, just keep out him in the ring. Kick out, Rick. Love it. I need more nonsense managers like that. Bring that back.
Yeah. Just where like the stuff they're doing doesn't really make sense. Like it's not helping, but it's still funny.
Yeah. Encouraging. Also, the referee in this match.
Was this one of the scary ones?
No, he's the one who looked like basically a shambolic dad who just kind of wandered in his jogging bottoms and kind of, I'll do it, lads. What for?
Yeah.
$5 can of Diet Coke. Crap on my.
Like we at the time we probably would have made fun of like like WWF's like buttoned up referees in their nice little like, you know, like blue shirts and stuff. But you kind of do need the official to look official. It does actually help.
This bloke literally, did he look like he'd wandered in his jogging bottoms from like a gym session? He just looked shambolic.
Yeah,
charmingly shambolic.
Whenever they figured out the black and white, you know, that just works. Like, you don't need to deviate from that.
No, or if you don't have any uniforms, don't let them just wear jogging bottoms.
Yeah, at least a bow tie.
Yeah, or even just like a little clip or something. But this bloke, I don't know if it was meant to be white, but it looked like it'd been washed a million times, and it was now just a dull grey.
Yeah,
because all of just a joy had seeped out.
You know what it looked like? Actually, like the henchman from Die Hard. Like, they've got that sort of like ugly jumper kind of look going on.
Gross. Absolutely gross.
All right, well, it's time for the fabulous Freebirds. When I heard Bad Street coming out the speakers, I was like, oh no.
No Michael Hayes in this match.
No, not for this specific one.
He's not running around being weird, which is
But
nice.
I don't know if the Freebirds work without Hayes, as much as I hate to say it. The kind of...
I mean, wrestling-wise, they do.
Yeah, actually, wrestling, they're perfect on their own.
Yeah.
But I think Hayes, like, completes the gimmick. Like, when they come out... Yeah. I mean, they don't look fabulous. Like, look, you can see them.
Whoa. I'm taking umbrage of that. Terry Gordy was fabulous. Also want to point out two ages in this match. Terry Gordy was 24 at this point.
No.
The other guy on the other team, so the bloke with a mustache in the other team, 21 years old.
It's that David Peterson, which is a very normal name.
The guy who looked like a Jake Roberts Magnum TI ripoff. He was 21. 20. You look at him, there is no way human at age 21 had ever looked that old to me.
Oh man, like Terry Gordy, was he just never a child? Like,
No, he was just grown. He was born like this large baby man. He looked like that when he was like 40, and when he passed away, he looked exactly the same.
Can you imagine, man? Like, I've always been a bit of a baby face, so I can't relate to the Gordys of the world.
Terry Gordy was 24, and he'd already been wrestling nearly 10 years at this point as well. He started insane.
He's really good young. Though. Like, that's
in Terry Gordy.
That's the thing. It's like it's kind of ahead of its time as well on like the big man moves, because he's kind of like a quick big man. I really liked it. Also, Mark Youngblood, who was playing a bit of a stereotype Native American like character, but I was really impressed with him as well. I thought he had a really good showing.
Yeah, especially he sadly is not a real Native American, but it is 1985.
I didn't think so.
He was the son of Ricky Romero, who also played a Native American gimmick in wrestling. So I think he's took that on as like the son of this other young blood. Let him off.
Well, it's one of them things where it's like you couldn't get away with it today, but they absolutely could on some like, you know, dodgy TV station. like no one was going around checking this stuff. But like he was just like really solid, and if he was like a younger sort of newer guy, then he held his own in a match full of all these old men, young old men.
Young old men. I don't know how old Buddy Roberts was though. He looked like I think I messaged you and asked, why is there a man who looks like Ric Flair putting a tumble dryer wrestling on this? So, oh my God. So, to be fair, Buddy Roberts was 38. So
that's nearly my age. Okay.
He was 38 and looked like a tumble dried Ric Flair, but you know, he worked it. Yeah. His hair was really, 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 really put me off. It just looked like a shaggy old mop that, you know, when you see a cleaner go around and they use the same mop for like 14, 15 years.
It's like all frayed,
Gross. Another thing I did notice, just to bring up about Terry Gordy, when they like announced his name and he got loads of boos, he mumbled, what's wrong with these fucking people? Like, I can read these lists.
There was a couple of times actually I forgot to mention it. I'm pretty sure Rick Rude like brought the announcer over and made him say like ravishing and everything. Like use the correct terminology. I like when they do that. But yeah, like I think the only spot I kind of picked out of this one was the Freebirds like tag team finisher, which I was like, why haven't I seen more people rip this off? Because it was where he Gordy got up on the middle turnbuckle and he passed him up for the power slam, and then he just did like a massive power slam off the top, and I'm like, that's a perfect tag team finish. Like, why hasn't some people stole that? Like,
yeah, and it's like Terry Gordy is so big.
Yeah,
if he lands on you, like you should be pinned.
And we've seen greater wrestlers, you know, than any of these guys have trouble like maneuvering somebody for like a top rope move. You know, like when it's like Kurt Angle, like, I'm going to do a big suplex here. And it's like, it looks awkward until the move, like, you know, flies off. But like, this being the tag team version, you get the passed up there, like how the Dudleys used to do it with a big powerbomb. But I was very impressed.
This is one of them, a bit like the first tag team match, that there's nothing sort of outstanding in the match, but everything just works in it.
I think
I like this. Everyone, just the pace of it as well.
That's what I was going to say. Like, everyone had really good energy. Like, didn't matter. Like, they all knew the gimmick, and they were like, we're just going to go for it.
Yeah, and it felt like, I'll probably say this like every podcast that we do, but not everything was like 100 miles an hour. So they did like a series of moves. Then they had a hold, and it was just to like let that sequence breathe a bit.
Oh yeah.
And it, for me, it worked because they would do a series of moves, and it would be a bit of a stalemate, or someone would get a one count or whatever. All right, I'll hold him. Right, what am I going to do next? And they're almost thinking about, right, what's my next series of move to try and get this guy pinned.
Yeah.
And for me, it was really well paced. It was really different in bits. You had some hard hitting bits, then you had some holds, and you had some like limb work where they were like railing on someone's knee or leg or whatever. And like you said, the finish was like a proper finish. It was clean. It was a tag team finish. It wasn't just one guy nailing one bloke. It was like they were working as a team to get the finish.
Yeah.
And the lad sold that finish fantastically. He just kind of lay there, just dead.
And there was some great parts where Gordy got like the hot tag and like barreled through everyone. It was like, it's just fun. So this next one was a little weird. Jack Victory versus the Missing Link. Jack Victory is an odd gimmick. Didn't they bill him as something like the most handsome man in New Jersey or something like that?
Yeah, but I think that has to be a rib.
or like so silly because they're obviously like they're not really affiliated with like New Jersey, just like a silly thing to throw out there.
This is what the northern people look like. Do you know what I mean? Like, these pesky northerners.
So I guess he might have been also part. No, I don't know, because there was more Percival Pringle the third action in this one, and was it that the Missing Link used to work for their baddie team? That's kind of what I was picking up.
Possibly, I think, and I think I might be guessing, but I think the Missing Link at some point was the heel with kind of Percy, or there may have been the vibe I was also getting was Percy was trying to coax the Missing Link, like join his little stable.
Manipulate.
That's what he had to bring out there, and he maybe saw him as an easy target because obviously he's easy manipulated and stuff like that.
He's always wanted a monster man, hasn't he?
I mean, he got 2, 3
exactly.
in WWF. He had Kane, he had Undertaker, he had Mankind. Oh, he had Vader as well for a little bit. So he had 4.
Vader's alive.
The Missing Link, right? So here's an actual question for you, Jake. If you were a wrestler and you got told we are going to put green face paint on you and we're going to shave your head so you look like one of them weird spiky balls that used to vibrate when you were a kid, you know, the pink and yellow balls.
You look like a triceratops. I think that was what they were going for.
Is that what they're going for? Would you do it? You had to live your life like that, go on the road like that, be like that, have to live that gimmick. Would you do it?
I mean, was he... Question 1, was he 20 years old?
Right, so the missing link at this point... No. The missing link at this point, to be fair, would have been... It was 46 years old.
Okay, maybe when I'm 46 I'll feel differently. I feel like as a young man, yes, I would have done the caveman gimmick for an easy paycheck. Right. I think... Okay. I feel like now I would be like, oh, I'd rather be a cool character. Like, come on.
Really? But I think you would have...
No, so he's like a caveman. As we were saying, his hair is like shaved. I thought it was like a triceratops because he's got like a horn on top and like the crest sort of thing going on at the back.
I'm glad you are giving them that much credit, Jake. Can I just say as well, you were asking before, so the thing with Missing Link and Percy Pringle, so when Missing Link joined, he was first managed by Percy Pringle, and then he turned face after saving Sunshine from an attack from the Great Kabuki.
Right, that damn Kabuki attacking ladies.
I think Percy was trying to coax him back into the stable.
That's the thing, right? Like, I'm fine with weird gimmicks, not like characters that don't make any sense. I don't think he went far enough with the caveman gimmick. He just seen
this wasn't enough.
He just looked a bit confused.
I mean, he was stomping around a bit. He reminded me a bit of, I think it was down the same sort of track as like George the Animal Steel. You know, that hairy bloke that used to...
Oh, but he was great though, because he was mint. Because you were worried he was gonna like smash the arena up or something. Like you had no idea what he was gonna do.
He loved Miss Elizabeth though. He wanted to protect Miss Elizabeth, and it's very sweet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of see what you mean. Yeah, he didn't really do all that much kind of mad shit, but that's because he's a baby face at this point, Jake. He can't go around just trashing people's seats. He's got to... he loves some...
I think you would be a good manager though, like, an actual, like, road manager, like Missing Link, just go out there and do some mad shit. Like the audience is falling asleep. But yeah, this I don't have any memories of Jack Victory like in action.
Nah.
Like
he's very big.
The Missing Link did like a lot of big jump splash type of moves, which is fun for a caveman because, like you said, stomping about doing like fun jumping attacks. I guess that's all he could do. He didn't even have a club.
He's not one of the Boulder brothers, Jake. I did quite like you would just ram his head repeatedly into the turnbuckle.
He did.
Or a wooden chair.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Like CTE is cumulative. You should...
I mean, he was the Missing Link already at this point. I think he was a bit far gone. This felt like the squash match of the card. I think that's probably why I don't remember anything about Jack Victory.
But because maybe he did work better when he was a heel. But I would expect the Missing Link squash match to be like, this guy's terrified of him. Like he doesn't want to touch him. But it wasn't really like that. Like, but maybe this Jack Victory was like, oh, I can't believe I'm stuck in the gimmick match, like the gimmick squash match. But yeah,
I did write down that Rick Rude was a piece of shit.
Oh my god, Rude, the run-in afterwards was absolutely fully entertaining. Like it was so funny.
It was so fucking good. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, so Rude and Percy came in and like they were like surrounding the ring, like, "Oh, Mr. Link, like you gotta come back, like work for us." And then he just fucking starts beating him with the chair, like not like massive horrible chair shots, like safe ones, like it's Christmas. Yeah. Like, come on now.
Yeah, exactly. Giving you a concussion for Christmas.
Yeah, just exploding him right in front of all the children. But yeah, so like they sort of attack him, and then this Sunshine woman comes in. And then freaking she pulls out pepper spray like for Rick Rude. And like he sells it like a champ. He's like, brah, like rolling all over the floor on that. Percy Pringle jumps on her and wrestles it out of her hand. I was like, whoa, Percy, like that's some intensity. Then like the missing link gets the save as he's about to spray her, I guess. But then they get to do the whole thing where like he's running off being like, there's something in his eyes, like get him a doctor.
Get him some help. There was one commentary sort of comment, I don't know if you picked up on this, it really made us China go
no, I don't think I did.
Because it was the bit after Rick had been sprayed and Paul had like got a bit of red. And it was just Sunshine and the missing link.
Yes.
And that having like a little moment, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then the commentator said, this is like some sort of Aboriginal civilized relationship.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Pardon?
Yeah, can you not just liken it to like an animal, like, you know, like use like a lion or something? Like,
yeah. So that was a thing that was said on commentary, which, you know, oh dear. I was hoping as well, like this felt like they were hinting towards sort of a Frankenstein's monster / sort of Frankenstein's wife. Sorry, Frankenstein's wife, kind of little love story where Missing Link would try and pursue Sunshine a bit more. I don't know if that actually happened.
Or like you would at least be like a bodyguard and they could have fun times together, not worrying about being attacked by Rick Rude.
Exactly that.
Oh, man.
No, but he's blind now. It's all Macy's eyes out.
Oh, I forgot though. Also, Missing Link like took Percy over the top rope. Like he actually bumped out the ring onto the concrete, and I'm like, holy crap! Like he never did that later on.
Yeah, I mean Percy was bouncier and youthful at that point. When he got to WWF, I think is when he was less youthful. He could still bounce.
Yeah, he didn't, but he didn't really get involved in like physical stuff. Which fair enough if you don't want him at that point.
No, I mean you had Jim Cornette doing that instead because he'd do all the silly sort of bum taking on the aprons and falling off things and stuff like that.
I love that story where he really hurts himself by falling off the scaffold and things.
Oh, he breaks it out. One of his knees out or something. Yes. It's a proper bumps Jim Cornette.
It's one of them couldn't happen to a nicer guy things. I think that's what makes it so funny. But no, that was again, the match wasn't great, but the afterwards, like the run in was absolutely thrilling. It was and hilarious.
It wasn't even, when you think about like there was very little words. It was all like actions.
Yeah, there wasn't any like Percy on the mic. You could just hear him picking up on the cameras, you know.
Get him some help! Some help his blood! Sprayed him in the eye!
I've never seen a pepper spray spot before where that was so good.
You're totally right, Rude did sell it like an absolute
because he like proper back bumped straight away, like wow, like thrashed around. It was just perfect.
Yeah. I forgot to mention as well in Rude's match.
Yeah.
He took some crack and bumps, and his yelling when he was in wrist locks was just like proper like peak. I love when they really yell. More of that as well.
Yeah, you're like a grunt. Yeah.
Local wrestlers, man, are the best. Like Chris Jericho is one where I haven't really watched him recently.
I know, but, he's got some all timers though, hasn't he? Yeah.
80,000's Jericho, like proper yells in the ring and every time he gets hit.
I always enjoyed how Bubba did it as well, because it was like he used it sparingly, but like when he'd be like suck this or whatever, like in the middle of something, you're like, it just like it makes it more like action movie style, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right, so here we go. Now, real Von Erichs, Kevin and Kerry.
Real Von Erichs. Yes, actual Von Erichs.
Well, the Cosmic Cowboys, sort of.
Why was it called that? I didn't ever really explain. Everyone knew who they were. Like, why are you calling the Cosmic Cowboys? They took their hats off.
Yeah, everything. But was that? Oh yeah. So Cosmic Cowboy, the gimmick seemed to be cowboy luchadors. Like in cowboy boots and hats with luchador masks. But yeah, I don't know if they were supposed to take it off as early as he did. Like I think he maybe it came off with his hat, like sort of by accident.
I know, but it was hardly a reveal. Like, you can tell by the fact that, one, they're wearing no shoes.
Yeah.
Two,
oh no, they did have cowboy boots on. They just took them off when they got up to the ring apron.
Yeah, but then they took them off anyway. So they would have eventually, people would have. There was at no point did the audience not realise it was the Von Erichs, even when they were calling the Cosmic Boys.
And you know what it might have been, though? This is just me thinking about, how wrestling works. It might have been a kind of thing where the other guys were like, oh, we're never going to wrestle the Von Erichs again, type of thing. So they came in with a new gimmick. But yeah, so... didn't these other guys have a tag team name? But they didn't say it until
Dynamic Duo.
The Dynamic Duo. They didn't say it until a bit later, so I didn't write it down. But this is Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez. And this was the match where I shouldn't have Googled anyone while I was watching it.
You should have put this funeral march on before we started talking about it. Because I think I think Kerry Von Erich died in 93. Gino Hernandez died like a month after this show. And Chris Adams died, I think, early 2000s, I believe.
Yes, but he went on to be a career criminal by the sounds of it. But
all died in quite tragic circumstances, either self-inflicted or drugs.
Yeah, but Chris Adams did impress me, but he's just another one of those horrible guys who's a good wrestler, unfortunately. But the only reason I googled him was because he was English, and I was like, I wonder if he's like from around here or anything. It was an innocent Google, I swear.
Yeah, you wanted to be proud of a homeboy, and it turned out he was a bit of an arse.
Yeah,
and it's such a shame because I watched the Dark Side of the Ring episode about Chris Adams.
Yeah.
And apparently when he was sober, he was a genuinely lovely person, and he was, I've talked about this before. He was part of training Stone Cold Steve Austin when he started in Texas. So without Chris Adams, would have no Stone Cold.
Yes.
So he's had a big contribution. But apparently it was when he fell into alcoholism, or he was a bit of a drinker, and when he drank, he became just an absolute arsewipe.
Yeah.
And he never got it under control, and he ended up getting sort of kicked out of various promotions and leaving various places, and then ended up spiraling. I think.
Yeah, spiral's a perfect word. That's exactly what it read like on Wikipedia, where it was like, oh, now he's involved in sort of like weird criminal sort of, like going around smashing up people's houses and like, like wasn't he the guy who was I not reading he got shot? Like he had an altercation and like somebody shot him who he had went to their house as a party sort of situation. It just felt like that.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. That is him.
And it was like the guy just got off because he just claimed self-defense, and it was just like,
yes,
and that's the
end.
He
got charged with manslaughter, but he claimed self-defense and got away with it.
Yeah, and that's just that's the sad story of this person whose life fell apart. But in the ring, he was probably the most impressive guy in this tag match, which is odd to think about now with the hindsight. I wrote down that he hits a super kick immediately, and then I was going to bring this up with you and Paul if he's still around. So it seems the super kick is a transition move.
My issue with super kicks is not the fact they are in existence. It's the overusage of it. Like Chris Adams maybe did one or two in the match.
I think just one.
Michaels one or two in a match. Now it's literally every other move in the match, and I can't get away with that. But so super kicks are fine, just not every fucking 35 seconds.
Yeah, well, he knocked one of the Von Erichs out of the ring immediately with it, which I thought was a good opening like gambit. I feel like for a tag team match, especially knocking like the super hot baby face out the ring back to like the crowd where all the women can be like, oh no.
I always wonder as well, and we mentioned the Von Erichs don't wear shoes, I wonder if they ever got verucas.
I don't know. To be honest, a lot of wrestlers probably had them because of the sharing showers and everything and locker rooms. Probably best not to think about that.
Let's not think about wrestler verrugas.
All the festering diseases in the locker rooms.
I'm going to say a potentially controversial comment here. After watching this match, and it could be because it's only 1985, I must question whether Kerry Von Erich is actually a good, great like wrestler. He was obviously had physique. He was obviously over his book because of, he worked in his dance promotion and he got pushed and he won championships and stuff. He had a really good match against Ric Flair and what have you with one foot, which still baffles me. I don't know how he wrestled with one foot without anybody knowing. It's just crazy. But like technically in this match, all I saw him do was discus punches.
Yes. Yeah.
And maybe he's a clothesline. He felt occasional.
He did. Yeah, he did. He felt very Hogan-like to me in this one, where it was like he does the big punches. I definitely picked up on the same thing where I was like, actually, Kevin seems like the better wrestler, but maybe not the better looking brother. But it's one of them weird things when you've got like a family full of heartthrobs. You end up like pitting them against each other in your mind, don't you? Like without sort of thinking about it, you're like, oh well, this brother's better at this than this one. It's like you shouldn't
just mush them all together.
You shouldn't really do it, but it's like it just sort of comes into your brain, I guess.
I mean, to be fair to Kerry Von Erich, I've not seen loads of his matches.
Yeah,
I have seen a couple of the ones he did when he was in WWF, like because they put them up on the internet or whatever. I've not really watched much of his other stuff, so maybe he is good and I've just not seen the matches where he is good. But this match I was really just like, is that it? Like you said, Kevin was the one doing like some really nice like body scissor stuff.
I was gonna say this is the first time I've ever thought like that was a good body scissors spot, like the whole sequence.
Yeah, I love I think body scissors are really cool and very underutilized.
Yeah.
In a good way. Like sometimes they can look quite lazy and people use them as a hold move, but I think when you really get someone who does them well and gets them in, I think they look cool.
Yeah, but it's like different. They just made it. They made it look good, and I was actually surprised because they normally give it to like the female wrestlers normally, where it's like, oh, they do the body scissors because it's all about the legs and stuff. Like we need more big meaty men squeezing other men with the legs.
Just imagine they say give it all the women. The women have to get their thighs out. Yeah, get all the thighs out. But yeah, I really Kevin. I was far more interested in watching Kevin in this match than I was watching Kerry. But the lasses were proper hooting like for the Von Erichs. It was
it was like mad. I was saying. Yeah, you couldn't hear the announcers like over it. Like the how do you feel about the Iron Claw?
I bet you like it because you like Crush.
Yeah, I do really like the Iron Claw.
I knew it. If the person giving it looks like they're giving it welly and the person's taking it properly, then I can suspend disbelief and enjoy it. So when they did the double Iron Claw, I think it was Kerry that did the double, and then Kevin came in and it was like a triple threat Iron Claw. That's pretty cool. That was fun. That was a spot.
I don't think there'll be anyone watching who doesn't know what the Iron Claw is, but it's the one where you like grab the temples with your big hand, give them a good squeeze. I do like a head squeeze in wrestling because I used to really like it when Eric Rowan used to do like the double fisted one where it's like he's crushing your head. But yeah, it's for me they were shrugging it off too fast, and I'm like, this is supposed to be like the Von Erichs like killer move, like, and these guys are just sort of flopping like out the ring to escape it. But yeah, I like it in theory, but I think you're right. I think like the mandible claw, it has to be sort of like has to have a build up, and then it has to like immediately stop like the person. Like
yeah. So claws and head squishes.
I just think it's fun. It's a fun visual.
Yeah, and not every move you do has to like kill the person that you're wrestling.
Yeah,
it's just nice to have a finish where it's more about a nerve hold or something that's like making them like the mandible, like you mentioned the mandible claw there. It's like it's technically the nerve hold, isn't it? And it's doing that, and it's making them like and like superplex them.
And you've got to think about the wrestlers sometimes. I bet they love a nice sleepy like finish like this where they just get to be like
I've got to follow me back again.
Yeah, they don't get whipped off like the turnbuckle onto the concrete for the finish or anything.
Yeah, or have Terry Gordy power slam them from the top turnbuckle.
I really liked, like, Gino quite impressed me. I hadn't ever seen him before or anything, but he was like really solid. Also, I loved when he put the figure 4 on and they used it properly as like a heel move, where because it's a heelish move. It doesn't work as a babyface one, because like the whole idea of it is like you want the babyface to like power out of it, like type of thing, or do the flip over thing so it gets reversed on the baddie, and then I don't know if that had been invented at this point. The reverse, don't know. They didn't go for it in this match. No. But yeah, this was the one with the over the top rope DQ, where there was like a communication breakdown from the tag team, where he like went to tag him and Gino was like, nope, I don't want to tag.
Yeah.
And he was like, what?
What do you mean?
And then it sort of ended up, he was like trying to trick one of the Von Erichs into like flying over the top rope, which would get them DQ'd, and then they could keep the tag belts.
Yeah. Which is a smart move.
Yeah.
Because they were going to get beat.
But it's the second time we've had a DQ title.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, but yeah. They've got to protect the Von Erichs, haven't they?
Yeah.
They can't have the Von Erichs lose on a big show.
Not clean.
So of course. Yeah, exactly. I think the main thing here isn't necessarily the fact they're wrestling the Von Erichs, it's this dissolution of their tag team.
Yeah.
Because obviously at the end of the match, you have that big sort of Chris Adams is really annoyed because, like you said, Gino wouldn't tag in. So the proper kicked off with it. Like, he looked like it was really well sold. He looked genuinely pissed off. It
was fun though, because like Gino was like just like pointing down at his knee, like, "What? You saw the figure 4? Like, it hurts. Like, come on, man. I didn't want to get back in."
And obviously this leads to them essentially breaking up.
Yeah, had a bit of a slap, but then he was like trying to give him the belt and he like wouldn't take it. He was like, "Come on, take your tag belt." And he's like, "No."
They did. So I read up a little bit about what happened after this show and for them two. And they did have another match against each other. Then it was after that one where Gino passed away. It was after that show, and he was meant to turn up for tapings of another show later in the January, and they couldn't get a hold of him, and he didn't turn up. And then they did a welfare check and found his body in his house, and which had apparently been there for a few days.
Oh no. Wrestling's so sad sometimes.
Yeah, and I did end up going down a bit of a rabbit hole, and the claim is that it was self-inflicted. Or drugs overdose, possibly.
Yeah.
But there's rumors saying that he got murdered. There was some wrestlers saying there's no way he would have died or done anything to himself. So there's a bit of still a bit of a cloud over his death, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to say like either way, but that reaction comes out of wrestlers quite a lot, like a disbelief and like they would never sort of thing. It's like it's probably just because they're all like family and stuff, and there's some very sad stories in wrestling, like, and to some of these guys this is all the family they've got, like, this locker room and like, the people they work for, and it's just a whole weird thing. But yeah, like the crowd was well into this, like, and like tag team breakups are always fun. I forgot to mention as well that apparently lost their hair to the Von Erichs before this, because
yes
at the start of the match they were like, it's growing in nicely and stuff. Like, just so weird.
Yeah, I think it was the November there was a hair versus hair match that they lost and had to get the head moved.
That would have been scary for the Von Erich girlies.
Can you imagine if Kerry Von Erich got his head shaved? He would look really weird because he's got quite a horsey face.
I think he would have had to put his boots back on. It would have been too unnatural.
He could have done like a centaur gimmick.
The Von Erichs could have formed a centaur, you're right. Why didn't they think of that?
Has there ever been a centaur gimmick in wrestling?
No, there's been one in One Piece, the anime that we're watching at the moment.
One Piece anime. Wrong podcast.
That character's a cyborg, though. I don't know.
It can't be a cyborg centaur. It's got to be just a normal one.
Okay. We have technically had a cyborg in RoboCop when he showed up.
Glacier is kind of cyborgy, isn't he?
I don't know.
Was he?
We're gonna have to find out.
There's definitely been cyborgy wrestlers. Got to have been centaurs, though. I genuinely don't think there has been a centaur. Because would it not? It would be unfair if you had 4 legs. Well,
no. What I was thinking was you could like form one with like your tag team partner and do some kind of special move.
So hold on. What would the person at the back end be? Just like his head stuck like in a horse's end. How would he breathe?
Well, then you could like lift him up into like the electric chair, you know.
How would you suplex a centaur?
Exactly. It's invincible.
Imagine Terry Gordy trying to press slam that.
Gets transported to like ancient Greece. The Freebirds in ancient Greece. That's our next movie.
Oh God, Michael Hayes would catch all of the diseases.
Bad Street Athens, what? So this next match is a bit of fun. Cowboy Scott Casey and Sunshine, who we saw earlier, versus Missy Hyatt and Hollywood John Tatum, which is great.
So John Tatum and Missy Hyatt were, I think, a couple at this point.
Yeah. I think have we seen Missy before in the stuff we've been watching?
Possibly in a WCW show, because she was in WCW from about 1990-ish to 96, 97. So she might have been involved in Halloween Havoc.
Right, probably.
We watched something, I think she was in Capital Combat because she got slapped by Bagwell, or she slapped Buff Bagwell really hard. I think she was with the Nasty Boys. Do you remember that?
Yes, that's it.
She pained his face off.
Yeah, she is nasty in this as well. But no, like she's great. She just totally gets it, like how to be like a crappy heel.
And the one thing, and I don't like to point this out as a fellow female, she needed to have some wire support on her bather.
There was definitely some bazongas going on.
As someone who's also got big chatties, underwire in your bather is a godsend. I know I can't go back to 1985 and advise that, but
the time machine.
That's what I would probably do. Just put an underwire in it, it'll be fine. But to be fair as well, like if she wasn't wearing a bra, she clearly wasn't. But like wrestling without support when you've got a pretty chest, that would hurt, man. That would really hurt.
I wonder how much wrestling they expected would happen to them tonight, because like I know, like back in the day, people would call stuff in the ring. So I wonder if I wonder how much of this was like discussed. I mean, not that there was like massive moves getting done, but there was definitely like some people took a spill, and I was like, ooh, like was that intentional?
Yeah. I think we would have definitely did more improv back at this point, because there was like producers and all that sort of stuff, and because like certainly not the expert it is now.
Yeah, because like the spot where Tatum like tripped over Sunshine, like that looked like she legit like barreled over him. So like, because I think she was like running full speed by the look of it.
Yeah, I did have a little look as well, just to raise this. So wrestling never changes. 1986. Missy and Sunshine ended up having a mud pit match.
Yeah, okay, I can see it happening with these characters.
It's a flat. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Did the same in the fucking 90s.
They're always gonna make them roll around in the slop for everyone's enjoyment. It's not even enjoyable. It's just gross.
It's just wet.
So yeah, like this match was just a bit of fun for the crowd, really. Like they were super excited to try, like, to see Missy get any kind of comeuppance. They did a great job of avoiding it for like pretty much the whole match as well, where like she didn't really get like taken down until like right near the end. I can't remember exactly how it finished, but it was just like a bit of fun, really. That's all I remember.
Yeah, this was not a wrestling match. This was a proper story match.
Yeah, it was like, we've got to keep the girls like simultaneously. Like Tatum wanted to keep Missy away from the action, Whereas Cowboy was like, no, I'm gonna try and set this up so I can get Hollywood out the way, so like the girls can go at it, type of thing. Which is clearly what the crowd wanted, because they were incredibly hot anytime like anything happened.
I did write as well. I've never really seen Scott Casey before.
No.
He looked like someone's like sort of buffish dad who like sort of DIY and bird watching.
Okay.
I didn't, looking at him, I didn't think cowboy.
No.
I thought sort of man who could build a large shed in a cabin, like a wood cabin, and you would go there sort of twice a year for sort of a month at a time and just chew tobacco and watch eagles and shit. Do you know what I mean? And wear them massive like gloves that are like mittens that they have in cold places in America.
Husbando material is what you're saying.
I did enjoy Sunshine slapping John Tatum.
That was a great spot. It was hilarious.
That's fine.
And I liked as well that he was just like, oh no, what he like. He wasn't like, he didn't like get angry and like hit the woman or anything. It's like that's what the 90s crowds would have wanted. It was very much just like it. Oh, I'm sorry, like, but you probably went at it like.
Yeah.
I suppose, as we've seen, she's got a great slap on her, does Missy Hyatt. So long may her reign continue as the best slap in the business. So this next bit is like, I think, where we got some kind of house showy type stuff where it was like sort of bonus matches, and I think that was the main event, the mixed tag, because I'm pretty sure someone like announcer said main event at some point.
So I think from what I read up again on this show was, and I think I messaged you this. So this was all it says it's all recorded in one night, but the way it was broadcast, it wasn't.
Yeah, like in parts type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so they would sprinkle the matches out on the television shows throughout wherever. So I wonder if they knew where they were going to put them when they recorded the show or when they had the show on.
Yes, so they're going to announce it correctly. Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know. But yeah, I get what you mean. I think, I know what you're talking about.
I mean, I did not expect Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Antonio Inoki to show up facing off against each other.
IWGP Championship as well for the New Japan IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Which is really...
I think this might have been the period, though, when Antonio Inoki was just kind of wandering around America, going to various territories to defend the belt.
Yeah, which is awesome, though, because that's still the belt today that is like the top prize in New Japan, and it's like crazy to just see the same championship show up here.
Just in some place in Texas, why not?
Yeah, I think this might be the first Dr. Death match I've seen, and he was kind of squashed in a way. It was like a bit of he was definitely like, enhancement talent for Inoki.
At this point, definitely. What I will recommend, though, he had such a good run in Japan.
Yeah. And
he had a decent run in WCW. Try and find his Japanese stuff from like late 80s, early 90s. He's an absolute beast, man. Sure I've got a couple of matches that I've watched of his recently.
Yeah.
And I think there's one of them where he's against Terry Gordy. And it's just men, like just bollards of human bollards just clashing at each other. I'll try and find some, but he is genuinely like, it's quite a scary dude.
It's an incredible name as well, though. Dr. Death Steve Williams. Like, that's just...
Also, Steve Williams is 25 here, Jake. He's 25 years old. 25 years old.
He just looks like a wild man. He does not look... I can't accept that a person like that's in their 20s.
If it was 25 years old.
Honestly, like friggin' 70s, 80s guys were just built different. Like literally.
They were built from old DNA that had clearly been affected by the nuclear fallout of World War II or something. There was definitely something in the water, the Pacific, that just flowed across to America and aged everybody. To be fair, it was the same here as well.
Yeah, so like this was probably the most spry I'd seen Inoki, because I think I've only ever seen sort of later career actually in the ring, doing his thing. I mean, like, he's not the most exciting guy, I sometimes struggle with like the people who are like really popular in Japan and stuff. Like I struggle to see what the appeal is a lot of the time. And I don't know if it's just because you need that like long-term thing where you're like, oh well, I've seen this guy every week like work his way up to the top sort of thing, and now he's like unbeatable. Because like I felt a bit the same about Okada, like when I was like, oh, like I know he's like the rainmaker and like, you know, the best guy, but it's like I could never like see why, apart from he can go like for an hour plus in a match and not seem to get tired.
Yeah. No, I think that's totally fair. Like Inoki, I feel broadly the same. Like I've never been blown away by his matches. I can appreciate sort of what he did in terms of how he elevated the championship, and I think things like this where he toured America and took the belt with him and stuff like that is great. And obviously he ran a couple of. Did he run All Japan at one point? Was it him?
Yeah,
was Giant Baba and him. Was he New Japan and Giant Baba was All Japan?
Yeah, you're right. He betrayed Baba at some point, or, you know, like the said they would never compete or whatever, and then he did something. Shrewd businessman.
He's definitely a businessman, a politician. So I've not seen loads of Inoki's matches. I've seen some and I've enjoyed them, but I've mainly been watching the other person.
Yeah, because like
in terms of.
He kind of just does chops like a lot, doesn't he? It's like chop to the head.
Choppy kick. Choppy is his thing, which makes sense because he's got like quite long limbs and, you know, kicks the legs from beneath people, which is sensible because, you know, you get him on the ground, you ground the person, he can twist the shit out of them.
And rub his big chin on them and that.
his foresight chin. So his tactics completely logical and completely make sense, but in a way it doesn't make it overly compelling. And for me, like Japanese stuff, I've always enjoyed more of like the 90s folks, or people like Misawa and Saruta and you know, those sorts of like big meaty men who, you know, when you look at them, they were mainly chop suplexes and horrendously aggressive clotheslines and slaps, but there's something in watching their power that made it really compelling, whereas it's a bit different with Inoki. He's not, and I think like that style. Yeah,
and he doesn't really have like a gimmick. Like there's like, but again, it's like he's from a different world of wrestling, like that really, and it's like he doesn't like have a flashy gimmick or like a fun outfit to come down in. It's just a bit like I need, but no, it's fun. It's fun seeing him at this era to actually see what he was doing. But yeah, I was way more interested in Dr. Death Steve Williams just as an overall package, but unfortunately he got kind of beat down for the most of this match.
He was definitely fed to Inoki for this match, which he's 25 at this point, so he's not in the proper peak.
True.
He's late 80s, early 90s is where he proper he's just a beast.
And this is the job. This is the kind of job you want to do, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, I'll fight the top guy.
Exactly. But I will say as well, there was some proper graps though. There was a lot of like lock-ins and like what I liked as well when they were in the locks. That there was a struggle to get out. That were just sort of doing the little cheeky. Well, I like the cheeky moves to get out. You know, the little flips and
it was
spins
more.
and all.
I know what you mean though, where it's more like an actual sort of shoot, like submission type of thing, where you're like, oh, like he nearly gets out, but then he pulls him back in, and then he like, it's like an actual struggle.
And it makes sense because these are bigger blokes, so they're not as nimble as maybe like an Owen Hart or British Bulldog, where they would do those little spins and flips to get out of those sorts of locks. Like Dr. Death's not going to do like a fucking breakdance,
a cartwheel.
That's not his physique. That's not what he's there to do. So I quite enjoyed that, those sorts of little grappy sort of struggles, and also Steve Williams did a headbutt and then sold the fact that he gave the headbutt, and I love it when wrestlers do that. They don't do that enough.
Because like I was saying, CT is cumulative, so headbutting someone is a risky move. But I like it when they sort of like have to shake it off afterwards. Like
you've hurt someone, yes, you've hurt them, but you've also hurt yourself. So
Inoki hits his Inzaguri for the win, which I know is one of his signatures. I don't know if he came up with it or popularized it, but not the most impressive thing. Because again, that became a very transition move when we were watching wrestling. That was like everybody did that, even Kane and stuff like that.
The finish was a little flat. I felt.
I
felt a little flat by it, but it did make me want to watch more Steve Williams matches. So I suppose
Dr. Death is just such a good name. Like, how did they come up with that?
I don't know. The fact it was already called this.
And how comes loads of people haven't ripped off Dr. Death as a sort of moniker, like, you know, for like TV shows and stuff. Anyway, it's time for the actual last match on this broadcast, which is a fabulous 6-man tag team with the Freebirds versus the remaining Von Erichs that are left to run around the ring.
You mean the 3 that have already wrestled and then they're coming to do double time?
So Michael Hayes is here. Michael P.S. Hayes. Do you have to say that every time?
I don't know. Do you have to say? I don't think he calls himself Mr. P.S. Hayes.
What does the P.S. stand for? It's not like...
What Angel Interceptor at one point suggested it would be Porcupine Shagger.
It's not just pure sexy or something like that, is it?
It probably is, you know, it's like really gross and like
pure slime.
I don't know why. Purely sexy. That is actually what it stands for.
I knew it. Just like how CM Punk stands for Chick Magnet Punk. The cut from the same cloth. So Hayes is out with them, so we get some more Bad Street. I think we forgot to mention, was it Lance who came out to Bad to the Bone, was it?
Sorry, I've just noticed it mentioned in chat when you mentioned no one stole the Dr. Death thing. It said Harold Shipman kind of nicked that moniker.
Oh, fine. He ruined it for everyone, did he?
Terrible.
Ruined it.
It's not a bad point, you know, if you come out of that name now. That's the first thing people will think of, especially in the UK. Oh dear.
They ruin all my innocent fun times thinking about evil doctors.
Sorry. As well, before we get into the match, there was another match missing.
Was there?
There was meant to be a match between Bruiser Brody and One Man Gang, but that wasn't on.
I would have loved that.
Now, well, I would have loved it too because I love Bruiser Brody. I can imagine it would not have been a very long match.
You know.
If it is, I'm going to try and find it somewhere.
It might, that would be funny if you could find it as a postscript, a different kind of PS.
Yeah, colder. PS. Sorry. Anyway, yes, back to the main event.
Yeah. So this was very house showy. This was like, let's bring all the guys out, do the big silly tag team. There was just people running around constantly. You could barely sort of like tell who was like the legal man most of the time. I think like I think this might have been the time where there was like the Von Erichs got sort of like thrown out the ring and they were like having to like try and protect each other, and like there was some stuff going on like that. But yeah, I think is it friggin' hell, is it Buddy Roberts? Yeah,
the Ric Flair Mock Man. Yeah. Did
you see when he got his legs caught in the ropes, like right in the top ropes, and he was just like hanging down from his feet for like a good 5 minutes? That was so funny. It's like it helped. Like no one was attacking him or anything. It was just like he was stuck there.
Oh dear. One thing that really bothered me about this entire match. Oh, that was distracting. Obviously to do with Michael Hayes.
He did a moonwalk. Did you see it?
Oh, God, yeah, I did. I wrote down "Stop moonwalking, Michael, you weird little man." That was a note. His hair, right? His hair. I cannot tell. It looks like sometimes it looks like real hair that's just badly conditioned.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks like Russian like horsehair extensions that you get from like a shop. And then sometimes it just looks like straw.
Yeah. It's like
sometimes then it looks mossy. I cannot work out if it looks fake and it looks real at the same time, and it really passes.
I think it's definitely because he's like tried to like leave. He's got like a sort of dark streak, doesn't he, as well? Like he has like the blonde, but then he's got like a bit of his like brown or black showing through. And I'm like, yeah, he's clearly like cobbled this hairstyle together himself. Like I don't think any hairdresser's done this to him.
It's like a Dirk, and it's like 4 different hairstyles, and like one on his head. And I can't work out what he's trying to do, and I don't think it can't be his natural color. But then you see him now, and he's still got that blondish hair, but then he was always wearing a hat because he's obviously got bald.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't. My head can't fathom.
I think he's the kind of guy who would still keep up the dye job because he's like, this is me. This is my gimmick, brother.
Yeah. Like, have you ever heard of Mick McManus, the British wrestler?
Yeah.
So he had that insane boot polish coloured hair until his death, I think. We looked like Dracula. It was horrendous. Yeah. Michael Hayes like blonde, the blonde version.
I'm blonde Dracula, baby. I would believe that he was a vampire if he hadn't visibly aged in front of us. He's got like that sort of what am I thinking of, like Lost Boys, like dirty vampire vibes. Like
he lives in a cave upside down.
Absolutely.
He does as well.
But yeah, so he didn't stand out in this match other than that he does a little bit of dancing. Yeah. It's still yeah, sorry.
Can you guess how old Michael Hayes is in this match?
I hope he's not 24 as well.
He's not. He's 26.
No.
He's 26 years old in this match.
No, he's so greasy. Like I get it. Like, you know, I know he's going for like a Sunshine Strip, like, you know, Skid Row type of thing, but I feel like those guys looked young still. You know, like Guns N' Roses and crap. Like, you know, they didn't look this haggard when they were 20, like early 20s and stuff.
26. That means in 1995, when he started doing the whole Doc Hendricks, you know, and he did all the things there, he was only 35, 36 years old, which is just mental. So Michael Hayes, when the Attitude Era ended, or was kind of 1999, 2000, like the back end of Attitude Era.
Yeah.
He was just turned 40.
You should have known.
It's
better.
mad, isn't it? It's mad.
But you know
he's
what?
Only like 5 years older than Steve Austin.
So like, yeah, I suppose that makes his like gimmick of like, you know, being an asshole a little bit more acceptable for a 24-year-old. But he does like that. That is the face of a man who has seen some stuff. I mean, from what I've heard about him, he was kind of just bumming around in like strip clubs, getting into, you know, like weird organized crime gambling situations, and you know,
sounds like a wrestler in the 90s.
Guns were drawn, apparently. I'm sure he's told a story about him seeing a murder or being involved in a murder. And then you're like, well, yeah, but then how are you not locked up for anything? You know, you can't tell the story on a documentary.
Yeah, I'm working you into a shoot, brother.
Oh, but yeah, I can't remember.
This was a weird match.
I can't remember what happens at the end. I'm pretty sure the crowd goes home happy with a Von Erich win. Yeah,
I think Kevin gets the pin, and I think Hayes eats the pin. I think he takes it.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what the move is. But you're right, this was just a big sort of house show schmoz. Like, let's get all the lads in, have a laugh.
Yeah, there was just lots of running around. There was a lot of like people out in the crowd messing on and stuff like that. It was hard to follow, but it was a fun way to end the night.
Yeah, and like you said, everybody went home happy, and that, you know, for us who was watching this on a clip together video, it might not feel as impactful. But imagine if you were at the show, you'd watched all this stuff, you'd seen the other Von Erich matches where they'd not won, or they'd either lost
true.
or won. Feuds and all that sort of thing. And then finally, a big sort of like, the Von Erichs have finally won one. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually think about it like that. Yeah, because they got screwed over in their other matches, so the crowd would have been Hmm.
Both lost by DQs.
Look at that booking. That's good booking right there.
Long-term storytelling. And what did I message you about? Was it the kayfabe Freebirds product that ended up getting put in the month after this? There was a grudge match between Hernandez and Adams. That's what we're talking about. There's a grudge match. And so what they did was Hernandez threw Freebird hair cream, which was a hair removal product that was previously established as a kayfabe product in WCCW in 1983.
Oh, we don't want any of that on you.
He threw it into Chris Adams' face, rendering him blind. So he had to stop wrestling. But in reality, Adams was going back to his wife because I think he wanted to spend some time back home. But apparently, Chris Adams, when he was in public, had to sell being blind. So people would still believe it was like a thing that had happened, which I think is astounding, using a kayfabe product in order to sell an angle where you're blind and you are now in the public domain and you have to pretend to be blind for the foreseeable, I assume. Like, imagine going to the shops or going to like a restaurant and you have to pretend that you can't see what you're doing and go to the toilet and bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
Do you think he like had to carry like the cane around, but he couldn't see, and he was just sort of tapping the ground? He's like, "This is terrible."
Yeah. Maybe it was.
But yeah,
but then I don't know if he would have to do that coming back to England, because people in England would not have seen WCCW.
No, so it's unlikely. Yeah. Do you think he just had to travel through the airport like in a wheelchair or something? might have been quite relaxing. Like, oh yeah. Sorry, the Freebird, the Freebird hair removal. Yeah.
Remove my eyes. Terrible.
I would not touch anything with the Freebird name on it. Any kind of product.
Not even like, a kayfabe one.
No, it sounds like like Krusty's products, where it's like like Krusty brand, like eye wash. Like, don't use that. Or like, oh yeah, we knew it had all those spider eggs in it, but the Hunter virus. Actually, yeah, when I think about it, Krusty the Clown and Michael P.S. Hayes.
A lot in common.
Yeah, I'm the voice.
I have no gravelly voice. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Have they ever been seen in the same room together?
Apparently, like, Krusty's character's based off like an actual TV clown who was on like
Michael Hayes is a big clown.
Yeah, and plus wrestling's very public accessy, like territory. Like, can you imagine Michael Hayes is like thing like comedy hour where he introduces cartoons and that?
Oh my god!
Something about a stupid mouse, cat and mouse.
He moonwalks it.
I was like Sylvester. But yeah, so that was WCCW. It's kind of hard to say. World Class Championship Wrestling sounds much nicer. Nice. But yeah, that was great fun. The energy on that show was absolutely amazing. I feel like it's hard to capture that kind of buzz, but they did it.
It is, yeah. Now I do wonder, sort of, obviously, like we've said, this is a stitched together compilation almost of the matches, and there was a couple missing, but I think it was extensive enough that, like you said, you got an idea of what the vibe was, the energy of the crowd, the kind of matches that they were kind of seeing and stuff like that. It would be interesting to see, because I think the video was about 1 hour and 3/4, so I reckon it was probably a 2-hour show. Yeah, so I think that's what makes me think the Bruiser Brody one-man gang match probably wasn't that long. It would have still been cool to watch, though. But I was impressed with it. I quite enjoyed this.
I was going to say, you would have got your tickets worth out of this, if you went to this night. This was one hell of a match card. Oh, look,
just see how much it would have been.
If you can find it. But yeah, like, I don't know, Inoki just is here. Like, yeah, can you imagine if that happened at the Walker Dome?
Oh my god.
It's like when you hear stories from like older people at work and they're like, I saw the Who in Sunderland and it was £5 for a ticket. And you're like, what the hell was going on in the 70s?
Oh, actually, there's someone selling a Thanksgiving 1985 ticket stub.
Oh, nice. Has it got the price on? I think this might have been $10.
No, do you know what? These were, bear in mind, these were ringside seats.
Yeah, okay.
So ringside seats were $25.
Ooh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that was ringside. So they're probably the best seats you can get.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's a bit pricey for a night out in 1985 or whatever.
Well, you might get like free.
I mean, you get autographs apparently. So
yeah, you can run up and thrust a paper at Iceman Parsons.
You can try and touch Von Erichs' ankles because the one that in the ring. Or you can tug on the cosmic cowboy hat.
That sounds like a euphemism. Yes.
Yeah. Sounds like.
Let's not make that.
Let's never say that again.
But no, I think this has encouraged me to go and actually watch a little bit more of WCCW if I can find.
Yeah.
Because I know the WWE Vault put one like WCW like a Star Wars up. It wasn't this one; it was a different one.
Yeah. Do they own the tapes for this as well? Like.
Yeah. So I think WCCW merged with. I want to say Continental, which was Memphis, I think, in like 1988, because they were both like having sort of financial issues. I think it was them who merged. And then they eventually got bought out by what eventually became WCW, I think. And then obviously WCW got ownership of everything. Then WCW ended up getting bought out by WWF, which then takes all the ownership of everything that they have. So I think... Yes, I think WWE own that. I think they own most of the stuff that the territories had because it all just got absorbed. Because he bought up all the territories in the 80s, didn't he? Bastard.
I kind of want to watch some Memphis wrestling just to see what was going on there.
Well, I can maybe help you because I have found some places where they have a lot of 1983, 84, 85 Mid-South in Memphis.
I just want to see what was going on because you always hear crazy stories.
I just think if it's Memphis, it'll be Jerry Lawler punching people or Jerry Jarrett punching people.
I'm already on board.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah.
Did you enjoy it too?
I enjoyed this massively, yeah, because I just wasn't. I had no idea what to expect, but I think me and you have settled because like we like indie wrestling, which is kind of this vibe. It's kind of like the South, like our North is kind of like America's South. We have this kind of vibe going on. full of
yahoos and Dale Gribble, Geordie Dale Gribbles.
Kind of. I mean, everyone kind of just looks like us, to be honest.
Yeah. Long hair but clean.
Beards, t-shirts. Husky men.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that's going to do it for Christmas Star Wars, maybe. Or maybe just Star Wars at Christmas.
Yeah. There was no Christmas theme. We'll reiterate that there was no Christmas theme throughout this.
But that's
I don't know how it was Christmas. Yeah, it was fine.
Because clearly they're going to use the tape recordings for non-Christmas related.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
But yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by and checking things out. Thanks to everyone who's ever listened on Spotify or checked out any of the other random bits and pieces. We're having fun exploring old wrestling, and if you don't want to watch it, you can at least hear about it, then pretend to your friends that you have seen it because you've heard somebody explain everything, which is also a benefit. Next time, I think I've decided I want to look at the Great American Bash from WCW 1997. It seems like it was recorded on Father's Day because the poster says, "Give him a nice warm hug on Father's Day," and it's DDP with someone in a headlock.
What an advertisement. Amazing.
It's kind of in the Attitude Era font as well, which is interesting. You know, that kind of like
97-ish.
type font, you know? Typewriter.
Don't forget as well, Jake, to remind everybody that the WCW Great American Bash 1997 also has Glacier in it. So we'll finally get to see Glacier match after all this time.
Fight. It might have been the only reason I picked it, but the rest of the card. The rest of the card does look like fun. But next time it's going to be the examination of Glacier.
Examination of Glacier, and then to see if DDP can indeed give everybody the bang. That would be quite important.
I'm such a DDP mark, but we'll talk about it next time. Goodbye, everyone. Have fun. Bye. Have a good week, and we'll see you next time.